everybody.
Afternoon, everybody.
Let's check out comments real quick.
Yeah, I see Tin Man's already in there. Oh,
Yeah.
keep digging, Chip.
All right, let's check. Okay, here's Tin Man. How you doing, buddy? Keep digging.
Hey, keep digging.
Get this shared out. Wait for a few more folks to pop in here. There we go. Hey, Alan. What's up, buddy? He's Alan's from Oklahoma.
Oh, right on.
All right, so we got a special guest on. She is backstage. We're going to talk about some relic hunting and some events going on this past couple weekends ago, and possibly some future events. So I'm seeing 8, and we're going to go ahead and change some things up with giveaway. We're going to go ahead and do Tim first today. So here's our special guest. Hi, Gypsy.
Hey.
Hi, Gypsy.
Thanks for
How
having
you doing?
I'm doing great.
Wonderful. How's the Texas weather?
Well, today it's cloudy. I wish it was sunny, but sometimes when it's sunny here in Texas, it gets a little too hot. But
yeah, a little humid.
It is very humid.
Very humid. You're in the eastern part of Texas, correct?
Yeah, it's definitely toasty here today. It's been the last couple of days. It's 81 here right now.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure what it got today. I know it's at least 79 with probably humidity about 82 or 83.
Yeah, that's some nasty humidity.
Yeah.
It's kind of unusual. Sorry, Brian. Kind of unusual for us to be that hot this early in.
Already? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I figured by now it would be like in the 90s, but it's weird. It's kind of weird weather for this time of the year for us. Usually by now it's already in the 90s.
Yeah, so I'm getting some notifications on Facebook from the Garrett hunt last year.
Yeah.
And exactly a year ago. So the weather down there a year ago was absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't ask for a better day for a hunt.
Right.
Keep open chat here. Hey, show me.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to talk about some events. Garrett usually travels to different events all over the states. Even they go across to England. Where else? Australia. You guys go to Australia. France, maybe. All over the world. So I'm here. I'm hearing and I'm seeing a lot of good, wonderful reviews on a couple weekends ago. A relic hunters dream come true, really. Gypsy Jules, can you tell us about your experience at the Show Me Treasure Hunt?
Yeah. Oh man, it was such a great time. There was a lot of natural finds found there, a lot of Civil War natural finds. Plus, it was a seeded hunt, but they had special fields seeded and the rest was natural. And I really liked that aspect because you knew exactly where the stuff was seeded, which fields the hunt, was seeded in. But they did actually plant some Civil War relics in those seeded fields. But out of those same fields, some Civil War relics came. So they knew that they had planted two buckles, or buckles, and I think a cannonball and one breastplate. And I think there ended up being like 3 or 4 breastplates found besides the one that they buried. And I think several belt buckles that were found besides the ones that were planted. Loads of Civil War bullets. They did plant a few Civil War bullets in one of the fields, but most all of the rest was, I mean, the rest was natural. So it was a great time. There was plenty of land there to cover, and there's no way to cover it all in one little area. So yeah, there were several breastplates, natural breastplates found. I was able to record some of the people there that had, found these things. So um, I'm I record on my iPhone actually for my YouTube channel, and I'm running out of memory. So I'm hoping tomorrow, fingers crossed, I go get a new phone and solve that problem, because I haven't been able to upload a very long video, no longer than 5 minutes. So
Yeah, I upgraded.
Oh,
When I
wow.
upgraded, I got the highest memory I can get, and then I do a lot of filming on either my phone or the GoPro. And the GoPro app actually has a memory bank of its own. I can leave footage in there, so
love that.
it really
Yeah,
comes in handy.
I've got a couple GoPros, but I've gotten a little spoiled because I do all my editing now on my phone. So
Well, that's how I do it. It's so easy. You just lay in bed and just, okay, I feel like editing today. Let's do this today.
it really
So
is.
much easier.
Yeah, I have that same habit, man. My phone's handy, start recording stuff, and like you said, it's so easy just to edit right from there.
And yeah, I can't remember what the person's name was that found the cannonball, the natural cannonball. I'll have to look back at my video. I don't remember if I recorded them or not. I know one of the guides, John, I recorded him, that found one of the natural U.S. buckles. That was neat. He found it with the Garrett Ace Apex, and he
Yeah.
and he was excited because he was like, "See, Gypsy, I listened." He hadn't had the Garrett Ace Apex very long, and um, no, phone. It was, I was already having issues, but yeah, he came up to me and he said, because the name of my YouTube channel, Zero Discrimination. He said, "See, Gypsy, I listened. I was hunting in zero discrim and on with my Apex, and I heard this really deep signal and dug this buckle." And so it's always exciting to see, something like that.
So yeah, Show Me Chris, great guy. He actually he hopped on last week and showed us his beautiful breastplate find. He's telling us there's up to 1,700 acres, but you guys only hit about 300 of it or so.
Yeah, yeah. And I hear that they're maybe doing another one on the same property next year, and they've already, I think, something about it with joining property that's going to add to it. So if that happens, there'll be like another extra 300 acres, and there's just no possible way to cover
No.
that many.
Oh
And
no.
Oh, man, no.
experience, you can hit a place, I know one property that I've hit over the last 25 years, and I still go there and find stuff,
Yeah.
So, yeah, 500 acres. That would be awesome.
That's a lot of hunting.
Yeah.
They had what 200 hunters this year.
Yeah, I think about 200, and you can only imagine with, those kind of size of fields, you can really add plenty more hunters and have no problem. You would have to amp it up, of course, with the seeded part, but it could be easily done, with as long as you're getting the sign,
Right.
So I had a lot of friends go to this hunt, and I was telling a buddy of mine, I was like, okay, so the seeded portion, people when they think Civil War, they want their relics. So the seeded portion, I felt like a lot of people was going to kind of ignore that part. Yes, it's fun, but they really want to go for that natural relic hunting. And I was telling my buddy, I said the relic hunters are going to shine at this event.
That's so true, and it's really interesting because, me, I like going for the natural. I'm not there for the seeded.
Yeah.
And because, I'm there as a representative of Garrett and the hobby, I don't take any tokens or anything like that, because that's not why I'm there. I'm there to help as many people as I can, video, and have fun and also the natural. Now, for some of them that pay, that entry fee, and they've spent a lot of money traveling and all of that, they want to at least feel like they've gotten their money's worth.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, for sure.
it's hit and miss. It really depends on what how much was seated in that area. So going to seated hunts, sometimes you may not get. You're probably not going to get what you put money wise into it. Or about being the camaraderie, being able to be there with fellow that love what you do.
Exactly. And my dad was telling me one time, I was like, Dad, you're getting up there in age. Are you sure you want to compete at these hunts? And he's like, it's not about hunting. It's about being around the people, enjoying the other's company, and sharing stories, and just having a great time with friends. You make friends. You make family on the way.
New friends, and you see some of the friends. And we all become family, and that's what I love about this hobby. I've met some of my friends all the time, so I love it.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun hobby, and it's right. I mean, like we were joking a couple of live streams before that and stuff. I was giving him a hard time. I said, I met him and his brother for the first time on a natural hunt.
Really?
Yeah. And that's how we came to be. And that's why it's like, man, I can't realize it's been that long that, the time it just kind of passed. We went on this big natural hunt. I mean, there was some, there wasn't a whole lot found, but there was definitely some interesting finds. And it was fun. Like I said, I met them. I met another friend out. He lives in, I say Tulsa, but it's a suburb. And I met a lot of people and stuff like that. And I think that day, what was it, like 30 people or so? Or
I think we had a natural group hunt in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. I think there was up to 50 or 60 people that showed up for that one.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a little bit higher than I thought. But yeah, a lot of people turned out for this.
And that's where y'all met?
Yeah. That's where I met him for the first time. And then was that about 4 or 5 months later, my follow he started like a small seated hunt it's called Pioneer Days, and it's just north of here at Caney here in Kansas, because I'm literally on the Oklahoma-Kansas border.
Oh, wow.
And he and my follow is kind of getting where he can't do it anymore. He's had a lot of health issues, and we had a scare about a year ago. He had a heart attack.
Oh, man.
And so he's just finally accepted, he can't do it no more. So he reached out to Brian and them, because he asked him to come help with that one last year. And he was kind of going into it and seeing. That's why I met up with them again. I've kind of done it a little bit on and off, but not real consistently, until last year's hunt. I was talking with Brian and Brandon. And then from that, I've moved forward, just kept doing it. I've gone with them and met some other guys that along the way. And I went to Brian's hunt last year, and I met up with a couple guys I've met. And, just like you said, it just kind of grow friendships and stuff like that. So it's a fun hobby. So, yeah, so I got asked by the club, and my follow just completely stepped out of it. And they came and approached me. It's like, hey, do you want to, do this again this year? And I was like, kind of torn about it. So I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll do it and just see how it goes this year. I know everyone's kind of worried about, how things are going to go. How's the economy go? We're in an election year. How's all this going to play? People want maybe go to hunts, or someone's going to be conservative, not go to so many hunts this year. There's so many factors And I know everyone, playing in their mind. I mean, how's this going to go? How's everything going to go? Silver price is kind of doing this roller coaster thing.
Right. That's the thing when you're planning a hunt with the silver price,
Yeah.
go down, up and down. And I'm in that situation right now because I just announced my hunt coming up in November. And I'm looking at, buying silver. I'm not only planting silver in the ground, but I'm planting silver caches, jewelry caches, all kinds of caches. And
Mm-hmm.
that's double what you're putting in the ground because you're putting it all in the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spot. Yeah.
So if you have 30 coins in one little cache plus some jewelry and whatever relics, whatever you got,
Mm-hmm.
a lot because that's only going to be one find. So my goal is to have enough of those caches. I'm hoping to have more than 50 caches in the ground, but we'll see. It takes a lot of money these days.
Yeah, it does. That's why I was so nervous about even thinking about doing a hunt this year because I was worried about with the price going up, the fall events might not have the best turnout.
Right.
I'm sure gas is just going to skyrocket the closer we get to the end of the year, with everything going on. Now after the races and everything, stuff might settle back down, but if a club is doing a hunt, either they need to be doing this now or basically saving up because it might, you never know, it might be up there out of reach.
Right. Totally. And it's hard to tell too, and that makes it hard to price for your hunt. Like mine's at $125 for the hunt, and by the time I sell the ticket, I'm not getting that full 125 because it's taking it out for the credit card and the credit card service.
Right.
People don't think of that. People don't think of you got to rent the bodies, you got to do the tent, you got to all of this other expense that goes into it besides just putting stuff in the ground. So it's a lot of work, but you are planning. Good luck because this is a hard time to plan.
Oh man,
it really is
for sure.
It took me about 2 months to figure out, okay, do I want to do a hunt or not?
Right.
And once I made my decision, okay, let's do it. Let's go ahead and set it up. And of course, with my brother and I, we usually stock up a year in advance, so we don't have to worry about the price gouging and stuff. So we just save everything a year in advance, and then we set that. Okay, we want a certain amount of X targets for each person, so we have a set amount of people.
Right.
We hit a goal. We shoot for a goal.
That's great. That is really good.
So speaking of events, so are you? So you're tied in with Garrett. Do you have your own set schedule for events like with KG and Ringy, or do you have like a group? You guys go as a group.
So some of the groups I attend with KG and Ringy, and some of them we attend like next weekend or next week. I fly out and I go to Bone. Now KG and Ringy won't be at that one. It's just me and Miguel from Garrett. He's one of the marketing guys from Garrett. And then my co-host for the podcast that I do on Monday nights with the Treasure Vortex, she'll be there as well. But that one, is one that Garrett is, supporting on. And then the ones that are close to me, like I'll be going to Brandon Sutton's, which is before mine in October, a great hunt. I'll be going to his. Will wants me there, and I think KG is always there. And the other Brandon, from
Archaeology, yeah,
he'll be there. That freaking right now from the TV show Duck Family Treasure.
Yeah, Tasmanian treasure.
Yeah, Chase.
Jace, and but I don't think Jace. I don't know if Jace will be able to make it, but I know that Murray Crow,
Yeah,
Okay. Maria.
there, and Murray Crow's already said he was coming to my hunt as well. Fingers crossed, if I could get Jace, that would be awesome bonus. But
Right.
busy he is at the time. But then Garrett will be there, and I've just talked to some people from American Digger magazine. I think
so
they're
Butch will be down too.
Butch, and
I love Butch. He's such an honored character.
he is so much fun. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Yeah, I met him at Treasure Fest, and he will talk your ear off if you let him.
He will. Yeah, I
He's a
saw
great
him
guy.
last week over in Missouri, and also I think Jason Quarter Hoarder and Doug, Dog Tag Doug, will be at my hunt as well. So starting to get a little bit, but it takes a while, to get the word out and invite people. I invited,
Right.
I invited my friends from Mine Lab, and I'm gonna try to get Nocta there as well. So hoping we'll see what happens. But it'll be a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And yours the same place as last year?
Yeah, same place as last year. This year, I'm expanding the field even bigger to the full field and maybe around the back side of that field as well. So I'm not sure how many acres that is, but it'd be a bigger expansion. So excited about that. And I know around the other side, I've found some old stuff around the other side as well. So a lot of natural finds were found last year. So hopefully there'll be more out there. There's one thing that was found on my hunt field that they weren't sure if it was a cannonball or not, but looked like a cannonball to me. So I don't know. I promise I didn't bury it. So
Being the eastern part of Texas, there's a lot of Confederate activity
there
out there.
really is.
Yeah.
There really is. So
Well, that you.
a little story that believe in psychics and stuff like that. So there was a psychic lady that came to my hunt, and after the hunt, they came over and she said, this tree line over there where she was telling me where it was and everything. She said, believe me or not, she was getting from that area over there that she was getting deserted Civil War guys. She had asked for Civil War guys there doing here. And they're like, well, we're deserters. We're hiding. I don't know. But not far from there where that tree line is, there's another little clump of trees. Back when I first started, I detected some of that area years ago. I found an old tobacco tin lid that had this gorgeous, massive, at first I thought it was a castle.
Mm-hmm.
Researched an old tobacco building. I can't remember where the building was. I'd have to look back at my videos, but it's in one of my videos actually, and a harmonica reed beside that. So it kind of makes you wonder what that came out of a soldier's pocket sitting there under the trees,
Right.
tobacco or something. So,
Oh yeah, most definitely. Every time I go out to a Civil War field, it's always or picking up an old coin out of the ground. You're always like, okay, whose hands was this in?
hands were there.
What's going on? All you got all these questions. That's what's so satisfying. That's why I love to do relic hunting, because if you find a smashed bullet, hey, what did this hit? This hit a tree? Did it hit an animal? Did it hit another human being?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Now that was like you were sitting there talking about natural finds after a seeded hunt. That was like Iron Antlers. What he pulled out, like we went back and kind of went over the field that next day, and he pulled out that World's Fair.
Yeah, the St. Louis World's Fair token out of a seeded hunt field that's been hunted out like 3 times.
It's so crazy.
It's crazy what you can find.
Really is.
After being hammered. That's why you'll never finish hunting something out. You 5-10 acres of land can literally last you a lifetime.
Really can. It truly can. I've got property like that for sure.
You guys ever see a bullet that hit a Civil War buckle? No, I have not.
I've seen some like that hit that, and I've seen also the ones where they hit in mid-air where they were. Like,
yeah, I've seen a couple of them. That's kind of neat.
It's rare, but it happened. Very cool.
I mean, I got a few of them that have bone in it, but I'm trying not to think too much about it.
That's where did you find them?
They're in Missouri.
Missouri.
So where we usually hit, we hit where Price's raid came up through Missouri into Kansas.
Okay.
And they made their retreat back down, and there's a lot of just little skirmishes along the way. So one of the permissions we got on the Missouri side, found a few bullets with bone in it, and I look at my brother, I'm like, I don't want to think too hard about this. I'm just gonna say they're target practicing, and maybe they hit a deer.
Crazy! Oh my god! Oh man!
Jersey Ray, I believe one of my spots is definitely hunted out. Jersey Ray, you should be all stocked up by now. Let's see what else.
Yeah, we definitely got a bunch of comments going off in there. Silver Assassin just came in and said hi to everybody.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
Do we have any questions or anything like that?
Yeah, any questions for Jersey Ray? Gypsy Jules. Yeah. So Jersey and Gypsy are pretty great friends. So I kind of get the two mixed up when I see you guys. Like I'll see you and call you Jersey Ray. Sometimes I remember catching myself watching Jersey Ray and calling her Gypsy Jules one time.
Hey, Jersey Ray, she was in our live chat last night. For our board.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Is.
Yeah. Anyone have questions for Gypsy Jules? So, how many overseas events you going to this year?
Well, so far, let's see, the Netherlands trip. Y'all watched my Netherlands video? I got to go to the Netherlands. That was an amazing trip, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I get to go to the UK. But while I was there in the Netherlands, I got to cross over and go into Germany.
Oh, cool.
Was that group hunt with KG and everyone?
Yeah. In fact, I went to a hunt, speaking at a metal detecting club the other day, and I was cleaning out my car a while ago, and I still have my box full. I haven't even taken them out. I haven't even cleaned my coins yet, but I've got finds from the Netherlands, most of them here.
And it was just chilling in your car for like a year?
No, I've taken. I had it in my relic room, and then I took it to show. I was the local metal detecting club, so I brought it. Through it, and I still haven't cleaned off all my coins. Now I looked up some. I cleaned some toothpicks because so it's all pretty much more of like a pop.
Yeah.
I toothpicked some, and then the rest I haven't even bothered cleaning.
Oh, wow.
So
Alicia was asking you, what is your favorite find so far?
That's a good question. I get asked that a lot. I think still one of my most favorite finds, and it's really because I love the relics, I mean, I love finding jewelry. Don't get me wrong. I have some of my favorite jewelry finds, but probably my Civil War Eagle Officer belt buckle.
Oh wow.
That's that's by far, I guess, my favorite, and it's because I guess it's just such a pivotal part in our U.S. history, And I mean, I found a lot of World War One stuff, but there's something about that,
Yeah.
wonder which
Especially.
that belongs to.
Oh yeah. Especially Confederate.
Yeah, exactly. And
So Chris, where's your hunt at, Gypsy?
okay, so it is out in the middle, in between Pittsburgh and Gilmer. It's closer to Pittsburgh, so it's considered a Pittsburgh address. And there is no house there, so there's no real address. But
Okay.
Pittsburgh, Texas. So that's East Texas. If you look it up, probably the best place to stay. There are 2 hotels. Pittsburgh is a small town. There's 2 hotels there. Pittsburgh bed and breakfast. Then you go just about 10, maybe more miles, and then it's a really big town called Mount Pleasant. Plenty of places to stay there. Opposite, about 15 miles to the hunt site, and there's I'd say 3 hotels there to stay, probably, plus a few, Airbnb around. But it's out in the country. It's beautiful, beautiful area. If you go to my video last year, you get a good idea of the hunt. But I'm just going to expand.
It is. Yeah, it truly is a gorgeous part of the nation.
Oh yeah. Anywhere in Texas is beautiful.
I like the eastern side more than I like the western side.
Yeah, the western side and cactus and all that. I grew up in West Texas, but East Texas, you've got these beautiful pine trees here. In fact, I'm hoping this year, the other side, I'm wondering if there's maybe some native artifacts there. I'll try to set up an area where people can go try to dig for some pottery and because on the property that I live, I've found arrowheads and pottery.
So, wow.
Not sure about that property, but it's close enough. I know they were there, so there might be some there as well. I just got to do a little digging over there to see if I can find it.
Right.
You might actually have some Native American camps on your property.
Yes, for sure.
Pops my interest. Do some bivvies and stuff.
Yeah. If you go to my last video on my YouTube channel, on the property I live on, you'll see a point that I found, but a bunch of pottery, Indian pottery that I found in this last video. It's only like 5 or 6 minutes long. So really cool.
Yeah, you guys are sitting there talking about. I still will say I had this. It was close and handy. Not quite as old as the Civil War, but I will say that's one of my favorite.
Oh, that's
finds.
Cool. Look at that gold and gilding. Where'd you find
it? You're gonna laugh. I found it here in town, and a friend of mine said it looks what he can link it back to. It's a naval officer button from the World War II era.
Wow,
that's pretty sick.
It's amazing with that gold gilding on it, and it amazes me. Sometimes you get them up from the ground, and you're like, "Oh, it looks all nasty and dirty," but you start cleaning it off.
Yeah.
That gold gilding just starts coming through, and you're like, "How in the world has been in the, the ground that long?" And it's just beautiful.
You do a little treasure dance.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was pretty happy about that. Like you said, I started brushing off and spraying it and cleaning it, and it's just shining through. It was just packed full of mud. I was like, oh man. I mean, that you can't hard pass that one. That one and this one I found probably 6 blocks from each other.
Oh,
That's another World War II era button.
That is so. Oh man, I
Found
love
in
it.
Little Oak Caney, Kansas.
Cool. That is so cool. What am I drinking? Well, special Gypsy Jules juice.
Special juice.
Normally it's coffee, but tonight it's not coffee.
It's a little stronger, I bet.
Stronger. So, Chris, we found silver arrowheads on the property I live. Yeah, great grandparents. Surface missing. Yeah, I do. I love finding spots that have arrowheads. I know when we hit a dragoon camp, my brother actually found one. It was right after a rain, so they were taking a break under a tree, and Brand sees something kind of shiny and kind of out of place, and he just started screaming, in excitement. It was a beautiful arrowhead.
Oh man, there's something about that excitement, you know. You can't help it.
You can't help it.
Silver dance and that screaming or whatever, you know. In fact, I got a Silver War bullet sitting here on my desk. It's still got dirt on it.
Oh, cool.
I'm out about cleaning some of my finds because there's just something about, you know, pulling it out of that dirt and having some of that original dirt and grit on it.
Yeah.
Love it. So
that's awesome.
But I also like to, when I wash my artifacts and coins off, it's like you're refining it because you finally get to see everything else that's on it.
Right. Especially if it's like a coin or something you know, that you want. Oh, I just saw something here. This is a piece of the Indian pottery that I found here on the property.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Oh, wow.
It's got that little bit of curvature.
Yeah.
We used to go out to the garden here, and my cousin started putting together, like he had almost a half of a pot put together by pieces that he was just, you know, putting together. So it's crazy.
That's awesome. So it sounds like a great time. Do you already have a flyer made up for your hunt?
Yeah, so I just reposted one today on my Facebook page. I haven't done a video yet for my YouTube announcing it, so I've only announced it on Facebook so far, and I think Instagram.
Okay.
And already I'm selling tickets. So I did put a limit of 250 this year, but I didn't put an early bird special. I just left it at one price. Grab the ticket while they can, and then just put a cap on it. Mm-hmm. I sold out, you know. I am doing a chili cookout that first night, meet and greet. So I'm going to provide chili drinks. So that's included for meet and greet, and then I'll have some prizes and drawings and stuff that first night, and then the next morning we'll have the hunt, and then try to wrap it up for the people that have traveled, you know, that want to fly out the next day or drive home and all that. So I try to just do mainly a one-day hunt. It's just so hard with people traveling, you know.
It is. It really is.
That's
why I like doing mine on Saturday.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Friday night.
Yeah. Friday night and Saturday, yeah.
Great. They're okay, you know, they can always just make it fine. But that's fine.
That's pretty cool, buddy.
I love finding anything military. I don't know what it is. The other day, I haven't even posted it yet. I found a World War II, and it's got a big rock with this like wreath at the top, and it's silver. I was so in a creek.
Oh wow!
Couldn't believe it. I knew that it was military when I first saw it because I've seen it before, but I didn't know what it was, so I had to Google it real quick before.
Oh wow.
Do the research before doing a video on it.
Before I put
Yeah.
it. Thank goodness I had signal, so to be able to Google it, because you know how sometimes you get out in the middle of nowhere and you're like, oh no, I don't have signal.
Yeah, I have a bad habit. When I film my stuff, I just film it and then kind of do the research afterwards. So I can get in the video, but like, I don't know what this is, guys, but it's cool.
It's cool. I like it. Matter. I do that.
Right.
I'm like, I'll find out what it is. I'll research it, or I can't. Half the time I can't read the writing, you know, or I'll pull out a magnifying glass or try to zoom in, you know, and I'm like, sorry, folks, I'm getting old. I can't.
Hot mess.
Hey,
Wow. Been a hot minute.
But yeah, a lot of great hunts coming up. That Show Me one was wonderful. I hope they do it again next year's. I know they're talking about it. And your hunt, and you know, it's fabulous. And if you need anything, let me know. I'll be glad to maybe send some books or something to for giveaways or something if you like.
You could take KG off my hands.
Oh,
No,
I don't know about that.
He lives about 30 minutes north of me.
Oh.
So I give him a hard time. If he gives me trouble, I'll threaten him. I'll be like, hey, I'm just going to go to your house and throw pennies in your yard, man. Crap off.
Oh, he's a mess. I remember the first time I met KG and Ringy, I went to a Garrett hunt. They were like stealing my pinpointer, my detector. They were, you know, doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
You got to watch those two. They are ornery.
They really are ornery. I remember KG and I, we were over in the like swamp area digging Civil War bullets, and there was mud and everything, and we were pulling out mud and we were throwing mud clods at each other. You know, but
that's funny.
Having a blast. It's all about having fun for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I
sure.
enjoy watching your guys' little competitions you guys do with each other.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Well, let me know when your hunt is, and I'll see if I can try to make it. So, I love the Kansas area.
So unfortunately, our hunt's the same weekend as yours.
Oh,
Kansas.
no.
So yeah, we do ours first weekend of November. Because I don't want to compete with all the local events around here.
Get it?
And so I'm a small potato hunt. We do max of 30 people usually, and then unlimited in kids. So yeah, we're not like Dig Stock or Garrett.
Let me know. I'll be glad to.
Will do.
Right, and that's kind of like the one I've been doing. The follow alls I took over. It's small. We're doing 20 max this year. Kids are free. We had only 15 last year, but we were competing with a bunch of events around in the area because where we're at, there's a lot of small towns, and then everyone has stuff going on. And then we have Bartersville just south of us, and they have their Sunfest. It's just like their big festival, car show, you know, vendors and everything like that. And then and that's why this year I was telling him, and I kind of sent some stuff out, and then he was showing me some messages of people he knows in a text group talking about the event. At my event I'm having for Caney Valley, and I got a few people that have been coming for the last few years. You know, I think a few from Tulsa, and you know, maybe a little further out. Maybe a lot of people think within an hour or two from here. So, I mean, it's always good to see some of them. Like I said, I've seen a few reach out, and I've got some people already kind of like, you know, we put a what was it, a PDF file kind of thing, and then getting emails back of people saying, hey, I'll be there. So
that's cool. You know, and once you keep building that, you know, there'll be more and more that'll want to come next year and next year and next year. As for yours, you need to maybe have it the second weekend in November next time. But it starts to get older then.
Yeah, further, being Kansas, it's
Right.
kind of sucks because you don't know, depending on where the jet stream's at. Even for Texas, it's just all about that jet stream. So it's kind of iffy. Like, okay, I pray that we're gonna have a great weekend.
Right.
But it might be 70 degrees or it might be 20 degrees.
Right.
Never know.
I remember one year at the Garrett, it was gorgeous. We were out there in short sleeves and we were hunting, and all of a sudden the storm blows in. We were all like freezing to death, had to go get out of our coats. So everybody's like, do you have a coat I can borrow?
Oh, man.
Was it that? I think that was like the fourth one.
Yeah.
I remember because I watched all your videos on the Garrett hunts.
Okay.
And one of them, most of them were it looked pretty decent, but one of them looked really rainy.
One of them, it was cold, and one of them was rainy. So you just never know with Texas weather. Anything can blow in at any time.
Very true.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
So does anyone else have any questions for Gypsy Jules? We got about 15 minutes left in the show, and we got some giveaways to do.
That's why I was sitting here. I'm looking in the chat.
I'll tell you what. I just got some of my books in today, and if y'all want to, we'll give away one for your show.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
For winner, and then you just message me who the winner is and their address and all that.
Okay.
Okay. I'll write that down real quick.
So go ahead. There it is, right there.
Awesome.
It's not very thick. It's an easy read.
All right, thank you, Gypsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that doesn't. It doesn't have to be a real big book to be a good one. There you go.
Right. Well, I tried to make it easy since it is a beginner's guide, but there is a
right
there for the more seasoned detectors that they might learn something or give them a great idea on something. But in fact, I was just flipping through. Speaking of Kansas, I was hunting with Ringy not that day. I just saw it. Where is it? Let me see if I can find it again. Where'd it go?
I know.
There it is. That's a railroad lock I found in Kansas. Still got the
Oh, cool.
I just pulled it up at that point, but KG's in that video when I found it. But
Oh, awesome.
I love locks and keys too. That's one of my other favorite things to dig.
Right.
He probably tried sweet talking you and taking that lock too. Probably. Him.
Probably, knowing him though, he would try to, pretend like he's hugging me and pull it out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Right.
Trying to be smooth.
All right, Tim, you got any follow-up questions for Gypsy before we let her go so we can do the giveaways? Your show, your meeting in about, 10, 15 minutes?
Well, it's 6:34. It's at 7, but like I said, we ought to get close to that point. So what do you want to do first? Do you want to give her book away or do my giveaway, or what do you have up?
It's
whatever Gypsy wants. We can just message you.
I don't have to be here. Y'all just know who the winner is, and y'all having me on. And thanks for the support. And
oh yeah. Oh, thanks for coming here. I mean, it was awesome to have you on. It's always nice to get someone, like I said, we had Show Me. He stopped by for a little bit and was talking. So, and the way it's looking, Jason, the way he's talking, he should be here next week.
Awesome. That's fabulous.
I
get to pick on Jason next week.
Well,
yeah.
Be fun. He's such.
Yeah, he is a really nice person.
Yeah, I was like, I thought that was pretty cool. He's like, yeah. He says, let me check the calendar, aka the wife, and he's all like, yeah, the 23rd's looking good. So it's like awesome. So
that's awesome.
Well, that'll be Probably a lot more fun than me, but
Oh yeah, you were.
on y'all, I appreciate
You're
it.
wonderful. You're a treat.
Yeah.
I love all your detectors there in the background. I wish we were in my relic room, but my relic room is a little hot right now. I got to get an air conditioner.
Right. He's got all his. I don't got as many as him. I got mine right here in the back. I got a couple here.
Awesome.
My main machine, and then my backup, and then I have an old Garrett over here on the side. So.
Well, it doesn't have to hurt to have as many backups as you. you never know.
Right.
That's true. That's what my brother says. He has a little motto. I want them all. I got to collect them all.
Yeah, that's definitely your brother. He'd have them all.
Right. Well, thank y'all for having me on.
Yes, thank you so much for stopping by.
Well, y'all, I'll hop off here, and good luck to the winners, and y'all next time.
All right.
All righty. Thanks
Bye.
for coming by. Bye.
Bye-bye.
What a sweetheart. She's such a nice person. So I met her first time meeting Gypsy Jules was at the Route 66 hunt there in Oklahoma. Wonderful, wonderful lady. So nice. And you go up to her, she'll talk to you and explain, anything to get to Garrett, any questions about Garrett, she'll answer right away.
Right.
Super nice lady.
Oh, like you said, there's nothing wrong with any particular brand. I mean, Carl still got his Garrett. I mean, heck, that's how I first started picking up and messing with was Garrett, and that's what Carl has ran. So, I mean, everyone has their favorite, and man, Garrett, they pretty solid machines.
I'm really interested in that new one that's coming out.
Jersey. You need a bigger guest like me. Well, you need to join us sometime.
Yeah, Jersey Ray. You're more than welcome. Whenever you're free on Tuesday and you want to hop on, you just don't need to ask. Just be like, let me in.
And I guess it kind of slipped to what our surprise for next week is, Jason. All willing. That sounds like he's a go.
Get your hashtags in, everyone. Got 6 so far.
Yep. Since you got that going on, you got everyone putting up. Here we go. This is my tonight's giveaway here. We got a $2 bill and a buffalo nickel right there. It's a I just seen it earlier. I was looking at it. A 35.
Is that a Doug one, or did you buy that one?
No, this is actually a Doug one I had gave to me. This is actually a Doug one. Yep. So I figured I'd give that one away. Nope, that's a Doug one.
That's true. That's true, Chris. So I got a coworker that tells me that we both agree on luck and location.
Yeah, I'm with you on that too.
Even though technology does help a lot.
Mm-hmm.
For example, our ball field that's been hammered over the decades, and running it with the older machines, really don't find anything else. But we finally took out the the Manicore, the Legend, the D2 out there, and just loads and loads of silver, just like it was a fresh spot. So yes, the technology does help, but luck and location. If you're not in that spot at the right time, you'll miss it with a $1,500 machine or a $100 machine.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like me and John were throwing a joke with you and your Manicore. sitting there, and he's like, that was just luck. But where I went over that one spot on that blue house, and just 6 inches or maybe less than that, maybe 4 from where you dug a hole, I came behind with a legend and found that was it 1916 Merc.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He said you just must have hit it right, or he must have just barely missed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just take just an inch off that target, and you pass that coil over, and you miss it. And then the guy right behind you, that's not swinging so far or having a closer swing, and actually going over that pattern, pick up on it.
Yep. We got 10 entries in, 11 watching. Well, 14 watching now. Just changed.
Rachel, you just got the D2 though. How many permissions have you hit since you had the D2? All right, yeah. So yeah,
well,
Brandon's better at natural hunts than I am.
All right. Well, I'd say
Go ahead and spin it.
Yeah, let's spin it. Like I said, I gotta watch my time.
Okay. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hot mess.
Hot mess.
Heck yeah. All right, so hot mess. Congratulations. Let me max out Tim real quick.
Yep,
So
there's my email. Email right here at the bottom.
TJ Smith 0508@gmail.com. Send him an email. He'll get that sent out ASAP, usually the day after.
You say should say 0508 because I think I say thinking that, but 0.
So you want to do gypsies next since we're really short on time? Okay.
Yeah, I'd say do that.
All right. Let me set it up. And that was hot mess for you.
Yep.
Okay.
Set this to the side so I can mail it out. Or have you mail it out? Tomato.
All right. Oops. Okay. Present. Share screen. All right. This is for Gypsy's book. I'll just have the winner email you, Tim.
Okay. That's fine with me. They could just email me, and then I could pass the information on to her.
Okay. I got 9 entries so far.
Yep. Yep, they're stacking in.
Oh yeah, Grandma Kelly, I forgot about the magnet fishing event that's coming up real soon. That's end of May, I believe, correct? All right. I got 9 entries, buddy. We'll go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I'd say
Okay. All right.
I think we're
Jules, guys, last chances for her book.
Yep, get your hashtags in.
All right, let's do this. 5,
Yep.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Mom, can I have some of your blizzard? But not even on.
Alicia.
Yeah, you want it.
Cool.
Congrats. Big congrats.
Yep.
All right. Let me set up for mine real quick.
Yep. Oh, I got my. Yeah, I got my camera off, but I'm gonna sit here with you because I'm prepping to move
Okay.
my direction.
Yeah, I'll give this another probably 4 minutes, about 5 minutes over.
Right. Yeah, we've gone a little bit over, but
Yeah.
it happens.
It's not bad. Print a couple minutes up to 10 minutes. I know Iron Antler show starts at 7 o'clock, his premiere, so I try to get it before then. Yeah, it's an easy one. It was rigged. Tim wanted that book. All right. 7 entries. Hang on, Alan. I usually let everyone know like the very last minute. So I got a NFC $50 and a Canadian $2 bill. The year 86. That's my giveaway for tonight. Santa Claus. I've been a good boy this year so far. Brandon's laughing. All right, 10 entries. I'll let it roll for about 30 seconds, and then I'll do this drawing, and then we'll get off of here so we can go see Iron Antler and his premiere. Yeah, I trimmed mine. Actually, I shaved all this, and it got too itchy, so I was like, I'm letting it grow back out. But then I trimmed this, and I don't like it. I want my full beard back. Of course, here's Brandon. Yeah. All right, I got 11 entries. Let's get this going.
Yeah, get it going, buddy.
3, 2, 1. Jersey Ray Diggs.
Oh, look at Jersey Ray. Congratulations.
Nice. Shout out Rachel. She's Canadian. Rachel, you can just message me on Facebook. I don't think I've sent you anything, so I don't know if I have your address or not. Rigged. All right, guys. Tim, you got anything to say before we call tonight?
I'd say everyone have a safe and hopefully good luck digging if you're digging this weekend. And I'll see you guys next week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be from a remote location, but
Yep, you will be traveling up north. So
yep, training.
We'll see you on Iron Antler's premiere. Don't forget, Iron Antler has his live show. Also, Jersey Ray has her live show on Wednesdays. I do not have a premiere on Wednesday. This coming up Wednesday. I do mine every other week. So if I don't see you guys on the premiere, I'll see you guys in either Jersey Ray's live show or Iron Antler's live show. So, guys, take care. Be safe. Happy hunting.